Hi everyone, welcome back to Diana QTV. The information that I would like to share with you today is totally metaphysical. I am about to finish binging on the Ra material, the Law of One. And I invite you to Google Scott Mandelker, who has produced a wonderful platform covering the 106 sessions of the Ra material, of the Law of One. Many times we appreciate teachers who can actually help us to digest the content. Sometimes this content is so deep and so profound that we need somebody to help us assimilate it, chew it up bits by bits. So I would suggest Scott Mandelker in the sessions of the Law of One. I want to share with you, in a nutshell, the spiritual teachings that stuck with me the most. Well, obviously, the first one is, as the title says, the Law of One, meaning that we are all one. You know, this has to do with quantum physics and with real spirituality. We are all brothers and sisters of God, regardless of your race, regardless of the planet that you were born. So, hey, and regardless whether you are bad or good or whatever, so yay, we are all one. So besides the main point of it all, I would like to share with you the following points. So let's go to the point. The purpose of incarnation in this 3D reality is to know yourself, accept yourself, become the creator. So let's ponder about that. Know yourself, accept yourself, become the creator. All right. So let's see. So let's extrapolate one point by point. So know yourself. What does that mean? It means being totally honest with yourself, so to speak. Totally honest with the raw truth to yourself when you're speaking to yourself, in your meditation, in your quiet moment, in your thoughts. Being totally honest. Like, this is what I like. This is what triggers me. This is what makes me angry. This is what I hate. This is what I fear. This is what makes me anxious. This is what makes me drink or smoke or take drugs or medicate. Or this is what triggers me to meditate or whatever. But know yourself with true honesty, and authenticity to yourself. You don't have to lie to yourself. If you are mad about something or about a particular person and you go, oh, that, don't think, oh, I am not a spiritual being because I'm feeling these thoughts. No, just freaking be totally honest and say, yes, I'm pissed off and whatever. Be honest. Obviously, always time heals and whatever. But the most important thing is that you are true to yourself in the moment with whatever you're feeling or thinking. Okay, now, accept yourself. What does that mean? Accept yourself means do not judge yourself for anything. You're a human being, and you go at your own pace and awareness. You go at your own pace. You do your best, and then you go like this, and then you might fall back, and then you go up, and then you might fall back. So it's pretty much don't beat yourself, because, wiping yourself like, whoa, in the back, like in the olden days. Mea culpa, mea culpa. Well, that's part of the past and the programming of the Matrix. Long story short, just so that I go to the point and don't waste my time going into blah, 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 things that we already know. So to the point, don't judge yourself, you're a human being. Needless to say that meditation and introversion could really help in the process of observing yourself as a detached observer with no judgment, and see what happens with time without forcing it. Having self-compassion in the same way that you have so much compassion for your neighbor that make a mistake, or your kids that make a mistake, or your parents, or the person down the street and they don't have the cash to pay in the front line or whatever, and they are holding the line or whatever. You're not gonna be, I mean, Anyway, my point is, in the same way that you have compassion for others, have compassion for self. So don't go, mea culpa, mea culpa. If you had made, let's say, for example, goals for yourself, like, okay, I'm going to diminish my alcohol intake, or I'm going to diminish cigarettes, or I'm going to diminish sugar, or I'm going to exercise, or I'm going to be a little bit more social, or something like that. And let's suppose you fail. Well, fail, that's the point of my conversation. You never fail. You try, you keep going. Every single thing that you work on your energy to be a better person, even if it's just a little bit every day, it accumulates and will give you the momentum to actually get the fuck out of your own matrix of being a slave. So, accept yourself means just you're a human being, you go at your own pace, Now, so the point is that even though you feel that you are not your perfect being right now, that doesn't mean that you are not infinite worth. So you are infinite worth. Now, become the creator. What does that mean? That means direction of the will. You have the power to choose how to react to catalysts. Since my early 20s or late teens, I became a Brahma Kumaris, which is a spiritual practice that comes from India. I no longer practice all the principles, obviously, because, when I say obviously is we all experience spiritual paths and religions, so to speak, and beliefs, and then we take a little bit from here, a little bit from here, and a little bit from here. From the Brahma Kumaris, I still practice being vegetarian, and I still practice meditation, and I still practice blessing my food before I consume it. That's super beautiful. But one of the beautiful things that I learned from them is that in spiritual practice with the community, the person in the gadi, the podium, the one that I always wanted to be sitting at because I wanted to be a spiritual leader, they were saying, somebody said something super beautiful, and it's something, how do you say when you, damn, okay, I forgot that word, but in my own words is what I'm saying. You are advanced, so to speak, when you know that good is good, obviously. That's an easy one. And that bad is good as well. That's the key. So, catalysts are an opportunity to grow. I know that suffering is a bitch. So, who wants it though? But according to the raw material, it's important to know yourself, how you react to catalyst, because there is precisely where the teaching is. And everybody goes at their own pace. We are not in a race over here, so who's first or whatever. So you are doing your part, even you are doing your part, even if it is staying at home in solitude, working through your shadow, or feeling depressed or something, or just thinking about why have I created this in my physical body like a boo-boo, or whatever. Even in solitude, you are doing your part and being in service to all humanity. You don't have to feel that in order to be in service to others or to be a good person, so to speak, you're going to have to be at the kitchen, in a church, serving people or the homeless on the street or whatever. No. Being in solitude and working through your boo-boos and working through your shadow and taking care of your inner child and being depressed and having a shitty day and you can go mea culpa for a little bit, but then snap out of it and give yourself your time to compute and let go and move on. That's what I try to share with you. So please repeat after me. I am infinite worth. Did you say it? Again, repeat after me. You can say it out loud or you can just do it in your mind. I am infinite worth. I am infinite worth no matter what. So, thank you so much for listening. Take care of yourselves, and I wish you well. Cheers.